Remember, kids, if you want to be like Batman, take care of your abs.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best voice acting performances of the last decade.
Repeat back what I just said.
I'm Groot.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most impressive vocal roles that we heard between 2013 and 2023. We'll include actors who started working in franchises earlier than that range, as long as they reprised the role within the last decade. Did we leave out anyone who deserved a spot? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Jay Baruchel as Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Instead of being a brawny and savage Viking, Hiccup is a lanky, witty, and shrewd inventor.
Excuse me, barmaid. I'm afraid you brought me the wrong offspring. I ordered an extra large boy with beefy arms, extra guts and glory on the side.
His sharp intellect more than makes up for his lack of physical talent. Hiccup's vocals have that nasally voice you'd expect from this archetype. However, Jay Baruchel also brings extra dimension to Hiccup with just the right amount of cockiness and frustration.
Hey, Toothless, okay, yes, I know. Shh. Okay, I know.
As the character grew up in the sequels, his tone matured with a new sense of strength and wisdom. It's hard to sound commanding and dignified when playing such a nerdy character, but Jay Baruchel made it look easy.
Take cover!
Number 9. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Maui, Moana.
Of course, yes. Now he always has time for his fans.
The wrestler turned actor is quite familiar with playing characters who have huge egos, so it's no wonder that he absolutely killed it as a demigod who loves to brag about his greatness.
What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky.
But The Rock had to do more than just play the insufferable jerk we first meet in Moana. He was tasked with making Maui look as if he uses showboating to hide his fear of failure.
You did me a solid, but you also almost died. And I couldn't even beat the dumb crab. So chances of beating Taka, bupkis.
And given Johnson's over-the-top delivery, it's incredible he was able to take the character to such vulnerable places. By the end, he proves he can be every bit as subtle and serious as he is boastful and arrogant.
You did everything for them, so they'd love you.
It was never enough.
Number 8. Steve Carell as Gru, Despicable Me franchise. Getting us to root for a guy that wants to be seen as outright despicable is a tall ask, but if anyone was going to prove us wrong, it'd be the guy who played the silly Michael Scott.
Would I rather be feared or loved? Easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me.
Initially, Gru struggles to suppress his evil instincts and heinous ways. Even when he's being really selfish, Carell's cartoonish accent and exaggerated line readings make him hard not to love.
Can I hold your hand?
No.
Couple that with a softer delivery in the film's quieter moments, and you get a 10 out of 10 vocal performance. It's hard to believe that he only gets more ridiculous and endearing with each subsequent performance.
I'm my father now, and a legitimate businessman. I am developing a line of delicious jams and jellies.
Number 7. Jennifer Jason Leigh as Lisa, Anomalisa. In this bizarre stop-motion film, motivational speaker Michael Stone sees and hears everyone in the same way. And that's not hyperbole. Everyone from his point of view literally has identical faces and voices.
That one's Stephanie. Stephanie, say hello to Mr. Stone. Hello.
But one day, he comes across a young woman named Lisa, who is the only one he seems to truly hear as an individual. With vocals provided by Jennifer Jason Leigh, Lisa comes across as shy and soft-spoken.
Most people don't really like to look at me too much because,
But we soon learn to appreciate her earnestness and emotional depth, and that's due in no small part to the actress's poignant and tender performance.
So beautiful. I'm gonna cry.
Number 6. Bradley Cooper as Rocket, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Although Rocket is a CG creation, he always feels real each time he appears, thanks to a nuanced vocal performance from Bradley Cooper, and as a talking raccoon no less.
What's a raccoon? It's what you are, stupid. Ain't no thing like me except me.
There are many layers to his role as a bounty hunter turned hero. He likes to present himself as a rowdy, snarling know-it-all, but over time, we see that he's a deeply caring friend who has trouble opening up to others. Bradley Cooper effortlessly captures all these sides of him. Vin Diesel's work as Groot is also excellent. He's somehow able to bring heart and innocence to a character with just 3 words.
Groot.
He's relieved you don't want him to.
I am Groot.
He hates ads.
I am Groot.
On anyone, not just himself.
However, since Cooper gets a lot more unique dialogue and time to shine, he's the Guardian we had to highlight. Number 5, Shamik Moore as Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I never thought I'd be able to do any of this stuff, but I can. Anyone can wear the mask.
By the time the first Spider-Verse was released, we'd already seen a few great versions of the wall crawler on the big screen. Rapper and actor Shamik Moore had a lot to live up to, but we can safely say that his energetic performance definitely lived up to the Spider-Man name. Moore brings his own touches to the awkward yet confident superhero who Miles eventually succeeds. He doesn't feel like any iteration of the wall crawler we've ever seen, due to his unique inflections and smooth delivery.
He broke this?
Yeah, he's actually really embarrassed about it, so just keep it between us.
He also is a contender for one of the most comedic Spider-Men. Most impressively of all, he's convinced us that Miles has grown so much across the span of just 2 performances. Number 4, Stephanie Beatrice as Mirabel, Encanto. Disney's had plenty of protagonists in the past 10 years. In a bit of irony, one of its most normal characters became extraordinarily special thanks to Stephanie Beatrice.
So many stars and everybody gets to shine.
She plays the quirky and responsible Mirabel Madrigal. Although she doesn't have a magical gift like most of the members of her family, she still does everything in her power to keep them together.
I think you're carrying way too much.
Mirabel makes sarcastic jokes without ever sounding too mean, and Beatrice does a good job of hiding the character's pain beneath a sunny personality. On top of that, we'd be remiss not to mention her impressive singing ability.
I can't take another night up in my room, waiting on a miracle.
Beatrice gives 100% to a role that fans will absolutely talk about for decades to come. Number 3, Josh Gad as Olaf, Frozen franchise. This franchise does have its stellar performances from Idina Menzel.
Let it go, can't hold it back anymore.
And we all know Kristen Bell brought her A-game to play Anna. However, we just can't get the film's sidekick out of our heads. On paper, the bright-eyed snowman could easily come off as annoying. He talks people's heads off and is blissfully ignorant of the world around him. But Josh Gad's cheery voice and innocent delivery made Olaf perfect comic relief.
I don't have a skull. Or bones.
But the actor did more than just play a funny mascot. In the scenes with more dramatic weight, he brought a gravitas to the character that we didn't see coming. And did we mention he absolutely nailed the solo numbers?
A drink in my hand, my snow up against the burning sand, probably getting gorgeously tanned in summer.
Yeah, Olaf steals just about every scene he's in. Number 2, Jack Black as Bowser, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. When the cast of the long-awaited Mario movie was announced, fans were a little more than skeptical, but many predicted that Jack Black would end up being one of the best parts of the film.
Thank you.
And we all collectively found that to be the case once we saw Bowser's piano solo. He perfectly captured the villain's ferocious sides whenever he got fired up.
I'd never marry a monster.
Then we are breaking up right now!
When Illumination greenlights the inevitable sequel, we expect him to come back and play Bowser again. Hopefully, he has a new song ready to go too.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah! Oh, yeah!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Jennifer Goodwin as Judy Hopps, Zootopia, an ambitious small-town rabbit you just have to root for.
And if you want this pen, you're going to help me find this poor missing otter, or the only place you'll be selling popsicles is the prison cafeteria. It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
Kelly Marie Tran as Raya, Raya and the Last Dragon. This warrior princess is played with outstanding power.
Until a few months ago, I thought you were Stone, but then someone stole Fang's dragon scroll.
Oh, is that why you're chasing me? And here I thought it was because you missed me.
Taran Edgerton as Johnny, Sing, the performance that probably got him cast in Rocketman. Scarlett Johansson as Samantha, Her. She made us believe that an AI could love.
There's a lot more to you than I thought. I mean, there's a lot going on in there.
I know. I'm becoming much more than what they programmed.
I'm excited.
Will Arnett as Lego Batman, Lego Movie franchise, the funniest interpretation of The Dark Knight yet.
You ready to follow Batman and maybe learn a few life lessons along the way?
I sure am, Dad, too. But first, where's the seatbelt?
The first lesson is, life doesn't give you seatbelts.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Amy Poehler as Joy, Inside Out. In the 2015 Pixar film, Joy is a hyperactive emotion who goes the extra mile to try and keep herself and everyone happy.
That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Another perfect day. Nice job, everybody. Let's get those memories down the long term.
But Poehler manages to make what should be an unbearable character into someone with complexity and tons of endearing qualities. Similarly, Phyllis Smith's sadness managed to be multidimensional and the heart of the story.
I'm sorry they took your rocket. They took something that you loved. It's gone. Forever.
Sadness. Don't make him feel worse.
Sorry.
Her exaggerated self-loathing even stole the show from Joy a few times. However, Amy Poehler's enthusiasm and bubbly personality are just plain infectious.
Look, it's Cloud Town. That is my favorite. Oh, it's so soft.
And her journey to accepting other emotions absolutely tugged on the heartstrings. Although we're not surprised that the SNL star pulled off the comedy, we just can't picture anyone else giving us such an incredible performance.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.